high levels of poverty,
unemployment,
stigma and discrimination,
gender-based violence,
sexual harassment,
early marriages and pregnancies,
drug abuse,
leadership and governance.
These are some of the pressing issues affecting our communities.
Raise your voice and speak up because you are the solution.
And by working together, we can create locally driven solutions that can transform our society and the world. Be a voice of change today.
Impact Show, the voice of change.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Impact Show, the voice of change. And today we are having a guest with us, an important person in the society, a youth with a voice. Let me leave her to introduce herself.
So my name is NATASHA MWANSA. I am a 21-year-old Zambian and I am a health rights and women's rights activist and advocate. I particularly work in the field of health because I believe that once young people and women are empowered with their health, then they can make decisions and choices and can enhance all the way up to discovering and unleashing their potential. So I currently run my own organization. It's called the NATASHA MWANSA Foundation. And we also have a little project that we're calling Raising the Next Generation of Superheroes, where we work particularly with young people in schools because we want to create safe spaces for them to just be them and to unleash their full potential. So that's what I do in a nutshell right now.
All right, that's very interesting. All right, so NATASHA MWANSA, you started impacting, or you started using your voice at a young age.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, around 12 years old, somewhere there.
Yeah.
Can you just tell us how you use your voice to impact the society?
That's a very important question. So how I actually started doing this was when I was little, someone called me useless and I just did not want to identify with that.
Okay.
So I decided I'm gonna be the opposite of useless and be useful to my society, but I didn't know how to do it. So I went on rampage trying to discover myself, discover my voice, and at 12 years old I came into contact with that organization.
Okay.
It's called the Media Network on Child Rights and Development. I'm not too sure if you've heard of it, but then they equipped me to raise awareness and be an advocate and an activist for young people's rights using the media. So which is why this conversation is very close to my heart, because I started knowing myself and doing the work I do through media. And so that's how I began. And before I knew it, I found myself in the health field because of all the people that I got to meet, and that's where my passion lies, and that's what I'm doing right now.
All right, very interesting. All right, so NATASHA, I remember when I was in East Africa, a friend of mine brought a video to me. I'm like, you look at this Zambian girl. And then I was like, oh, who's that? And only to find this NATASHA MWANSA. And then the president of Kenya was there standing and clapping for you. And then I was like, how does this girl just talk to this big crowd? How does she just have that, that courage and boldness to speak up? What's your secret?
My secret, that's a very interesting question. I would say my secret is firstly God. As a Christian, I believe everything I do comes from a place of knowing what God wants me to do and knowing what my purpose is as well. And so that gives me confidence and boldness to do what I've been called to do. And then secondly, when you do something that is bigger than yourself, you will always have the boldness to do it.
Yeah.
Fear comes in when you only look at the smaller picture and think of how you will benefit. But then once you're able to go out there and think of the bigger picture, do it for people other than yourself, then you will discover that you have this boldness that's going to charge you to do things that people would not expect an ordinary human being to do. And that's where superheroes such as Mandela or Martin Luther King or Margaret Teresa, all those people did it because they were living for something bigger than themselves.
All right, that's very interesting, I was so proud at that moment when I saw that video. Like, yeah, we have youths in Zambia.
It went really viral.
Yes, it went really viral. Okay, so NATASHA, what are some of the challenges that you think youths are facing right now? Like major challenges that you think youths are facing?
I would definitely be biased because as a health activist and advocate, I believe that it's a health thing. The biggest challenge is health. Mental health right now is on rampage. We have social media that's deteriorating young people's mental health, and it's crazy out there. We also have sexual health. Too many young people not knowing what to do with their bodies, too many young people not understanding their bodies, too many young people not understanding things like sex and what that can do to impact their lives. So that in itself is an issue that's definitely there. Then physical health too, because people would rather spend thousands of hours on TikTok than walk outside for 10 minutes. And that's very sad. People will not realize, especially young people, they do not realize that the health decisions we make at a young age will determine the lifestyle and the life we live in the future. And so if we don't look at health and what impacts the health of young people, then we're definitely losing out. The second thing is we're not getting access to quality education. Now what I mean is education is there. We're able to learn. I just got done with UNZA, for instance, and I can say that I am well learned, but quality education is lacking because young people, what the goal of education is, it's supposed to transform you and help you discover your potential and unleash that potential. But then not many young people are getting access to education that can do that to their lives. So that's another problem. And if they don't unleash their potential or even realize it while they're in school, they will enter society not knowing what to do, not knowing how to employ the skills and knowledge they've earned in school, in society and the workforce, and automatically it's going to lead to catastrophic, mishap or whatever it would be. But the whole idea is that education needs to be of quality. It is to produce citizens that can actually have impact. The third thing is, of course, it's on rampage. I won't try to hide from it. We have too many young people that are still depending on others because they don't have jobs. It's that simple. We may try to run away from it. It may feel like a cliche at this point, but the fact is they don't have jobs. They need to make a living and they're not able to do that because maybe they don't have access to finances to do something other than get a job. So these would be the three major things off the top of my head right now. And if I'm to just go into more of societal and lifestyle issue, I would say too many young people are just stuck, not knowing what to do next. And in as much as it might not sound like a developmental issue, it's actually very vital because young people should not just be looked at as tools for development. They should be looked at as human beings that have purpose, that have a reason to live. And if we don't go to the core of why they exist, then we're losing out on so much potential and the whole nation and world at large will suffer. So that for me would be, in a nutshell, what is going on right now and what young people are facing that needs to be addressed.
Wow, that's Natasha for you. Wow, that's Natasha for you. All right, let me not keep you here for a long time. So what message do you have for youth out there, probably who's still chasing their dreams and who's searching for their purpose? What words do you have for the youth out there?
I would say go for it. The first thing that you must have is a sense of purpose. Once you know what your purpose is, your passion will automatically be driven towards it. And at whatever cost, ensure that you know your godly given purpose and run after it. A man that runs after purpose is a man that will always be relevant and a man that will always be in line with his destiny. So if you want to make impact, if you want to chase your dreams, if you want to make whatever it is that you want to make work, go for purpose. You will never be disappointed. Thank you.
All right. Those are very, very powerful words, Natasha. We are very humbled. We are honored to have you on our show. This is the Livingstone Best Media. It's all about Lusaka, but we are also rising up. Oh yeah, by the way. So another Livingstone product. Okay. All right. Otherwise, thank you so much. And otherwise, guys, bye-bye until next time. Thank you. High levels of poverty,
Unemployment,
stigma and discrimination,
gender-based violence,
sexual harassment,
early marriages and pregnancies,
drug abuse,
leadership and governance.
These are some of the pressing issues affecting our communities.
Raise your voice and speak up because you are the solution.
And by working together, we can create locally driven solutions that can transform our society and the world. Be a voice of change today.
Impact Show, the voice of change.